Welcome aboard. Let me start with a quick question. Have you ever thought of yourself as a pro traveler, someone who knows the drill on every flight? Well, here's the truth. Even the most seasoned flyers slip up with rookie mistakes. And some of these slip-ups don't just make you look inexperienced. They can cost you serious money, ruin your trip, or even put your health at risk. Stick around because I am about to share the habits that give you away instantly and the simple fixes that will make you look like a travel veteran. By the end of this video, you'll never step on a plane the same way again. Let's talk about that little pocket right in front of your seat. Looks harmless, right? A neat spot to keep your water or a snack. Except it isn't. Flight attendants will tell you they found everything in there. Used tissues, sticky food wrappers, even dirty diapers. And those pockets rarely get cleaned between flights. Imagine putting your sandwich in there, then biting into it later. You're not just eating your food, you're sharing germs with every passenger who sat there before. Keep your stuff in your bag or a small pouch you brought from home. Your stomach will thank you. Now here's one that always makes me cringe. Walking around barefoot or in socks on a plane. I get it, shoes are uncomfortable, but the carpet on that aisle isn't clean. It soaks up everything from spilled coffee to bathroom mystery liquids and the lavatory floors. Let's be honest, those aren't water drops you're stepping in. Hundreds of passengers walk those same aisles, dragging in whatever they stepped on in the airport bathrooms. If you value your feet, slip into some sandals or lightweight shoes before leaving your seat. Speaking of comfort, those cozy-looking pillows and blankets? Unless they come sealed in plastic, skip them. Airlines often just refold and reuse them for days. That means you could be cuddling into someone else's sweat, skin cells, or cough germs. Sounds cozy? Not at all. Bring your own travel pillow or a compact blanket from home. You'll get real comfort without the sight of germs. Here's a small habit most of us don't even notice. Steadying yourself by dragging your hand across the tops of the seat as you walk down the aisle. Think about it. Hundreds of heads have leaned against those spots. People cough, sneeze, rest sweaty foreheads there. You're basically rubbing your hand on a wall of germs. Then what do? Touch your phone, grab a snack, maybe rub your eyes. That's a straight ticket to a sore throat. Move slowly, balance yourself on the overhead bins if you must, and keep sanitizer nearby. Another mistake that could wreck your flight is asking for tap water to fill your bottle. The tanks that hold airplane water are hard to clean and often skipped during maintenance. Studies have found bacteria like E. coli in them. It's shocking but true. Save yourself the stomach cramps and stick to sealed bottles. Or better yet, bring an empty reusable bottle and fill it at a water station in the terminal before boarding. Now let's talk about power. We all panic when our phone battery dips into the red zone mid-flight. But buying a cheap, uncertified battery pack is not the answer. Lithium batteries can overheat or even catch fire. And if yours starts smoking at 35,000 feet, the pilot may have to make an emergency landing. Guess who's responsible for that bill? You. Spend the money on a safe, airline-approved charger. It's worth it. Here's one that catches a lot of travelers. Bringing your own alcohol on board and secretly cracking it open. It seems clever, but it's actually against federal law. Flight attendants are the only ones who can serve alcohol midair because they have to keep track of how much everyone is drinking. If you get caught, you're not just asked to put it away. You could face a fine of up to $11,000 or even get banned from that airline. Suddenly, that $12 cocktail from the cart seems like a bargain. Let's move to something that feels harmless but isn't. The seatbelt sign dings off and suddenly half the plane pops open their buckles like it's a race. But turbulence doesn't announce itself. Clear air turbulence is invisible, sudden, and can slam people so hard they hit the ceiling. Doctors compare it to a 50-mile-an-hour car crash. The plane is built for it, but your body isn't. Stay buckled whenever you're seated. It's the simplest safety move there is. Ever notice flight attendants asking you to open your window shade during takeoff and landing? That's not just a random rule. They need to see outside during the most critical phases of flight. If there's smoke, fire, or debris, they know which side is safe for evacuation. And keeping shades open also helps your eyes adjust to outside light quickly, so you're not blinded if you have to exit fast. A tiny habit, but one that could save lives. Here's one that's more practical. People who let their carry-on stick out into the aisle. Maybe it gives you a little more legroom, but it creates a serious tripping hazard. In an emergency, even a slight obstruction can cause panic and pileups. Flight attendants will move your bag for a reason, and if it causes a delay, the airline could even bill you. Slide it all the way under your seat or store it properly overhead. Now, before I wrap this up, let me share a few small hacks to make flying not just safer but more enjoyable. Book morning flights whenever you can. They're less likely to be delayed and usually smoother in the air. Wear long pants instead of shorts. Airplane seats aren't exactly clean and temperatures drop quickly mid-air. Always carry a pen. Customs forms have a way of showing up when you least expect, and scrambling for one at 2 in the morning isn't fun. If turbulence makes you nervous, pick a seat over the wing. That's the most stable part of the plane. And here's my favorite, request a special meal when you book. Vegetarian, kosher, gluten-free, whatever works. They're often fresher, tastier, and served before the regular trays. Feels like a free upgrade without spending a dime. So tell me honestly, how many of these mistakes have you made before? I'll admit, I've been guilty of a few myself before I learned better. Share your number in the comments, I promise, no judgment here. If this video saved you from a fine, a nasty germ, or even just a little embarrassment, give it a like so more travelers can learn these tips too. And if you want smarter, cleaner, easier flights, make sure to subscribe. Safe travels, keep your shoes on, and I'll see you up in the sky.